All right, today we're going to be putting a WCFAB airbox and cold air intake on my 2013. This is what it comes with in the box. You got this nice powder coated to whatever color you choose on the website. You can change this color, a chosen color as well, black or whatever. That costs extra, so I just left it with a nice brush look. It's fine for me. Comes with this. This is the entry level kit that they offer. This is not the intake horn for the turbo or Y-bridge or anything else. This is just the airbox. Okay, it does flow better. I think they said the website says it flows 30 or 40% better over stock. It comes with, you could have got 2 filters. Here's this. Here is the kind of like the mesh cover pre-filter, that's what they call it, that goes over this to kind of keep it a little bit cleaner. And then some clamps right here. This is what I'm working with now. I already have their intake horn right here for the turbo, so I didn't need to buy that, so I just bought from here on. And the reason why we're doing this is because this truck has 330,000 miles, and my airbox has pretty much given up. So one, the screws holders have pretty much left, and the plastic bracketry, once I take this off I'll show you, it's cracked. I tried to repair it once and it cracked again. So all right, so this is still on here. There's nothing really a problem with down here. The top one, I've already glued everything once, and this part already came off at a previous time, and I just grabbed it and threw that one away instead of trying to glue it together like it was before. And then I realized, well, this one's getting loose at all my connections here. So instead of buying a new, or trying to find another airbox that's also 10 plus years old, I was like, let's just get the new one. We will have to transfer over these 2 sensors right here onto the other one. It does have the 2 spots. It comes with a block off plate in case your truck does not have this, but mine does. So I guess we'll probably just end up scrapping or setting that plate off to the side for a different project or something. Yes, it's pushing coolant over here, so head gaskets are probably in my near future. But also, while this is out, if you got some damaged loom that's crimpling from the heat or whatever, which I did, so I ripped all the old stuff off that crumbled, put on fresh loom and some tape around it. Whenever I have the wheel well off next, I might want to consider doing the rest, but this was all completely gone, so that had completely left the chat. Okay, so you're gonna need to use, looks like a 10 millimeter, and remove these 4. Save this hardware because you will need them to install the main box on the new one. All right, with that out the way, that's what you're looking at. We got our new box here. We're gonna reuse our bolts. Remember, one's gonna need a very long extension. The other 3, you can take off the top plate and then just rest it down and get everything bolted down before. This has got to come off anyway to put on the filter, so take this off next and we can bolt this bottom half down. All right, so we got this one in. We don't have this one down here in yet because this thing, when you're servicing the filter and stuff, is never going to move going forward, this lower part of the box. So it's kind of get it in its one spot and leave it. All right, so the easiest way to get your hand down in there for that one, is to take the whole box out, put the bolt in the little tab, and lower it in with the bolt already there. And as long as you line it up pretty darn close, it'll stay in position. And then just get you an extension long enough, and it's good. All right, so this kit, I think it's going to be in the filter bag box. It comes with a rubber piece right here. This is to cut to length, and then just slip it around here, right around here. I guess this one's probably more important due to gravity. But put it around, it gives you enough to do a full circle, and it's got a little lip there on the edge. So push it up against that, run it around and cut it right there. Do that on both sides. We've got this tightened up. Remember, there's a little bit of a gap here. It's not perfectly straight, so keep that in mind because it doesn't enter this box perfectly straight either. But that's kind of what the rubber's for, to help cushion it. However, the way it's set at an angle gives you nice clearance here. Good for both of these connections. And then I just ran this one up over the top, and I kind of zip tied that to the dipstick. So that shouldn't be going anywhere, and I can still check the oil. Make sure to put your cover on. That's washable. So next time you take this off, unfortunately, I think the tube has to be disconnected, and then all the connections undone, and then this whole thing slid back a little bit before you can undo this and slide this forward enough. So unfortunately, it's not just the filter you can take off in the future for service. I think it is the only pipe. I hope not. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I think you have to do that, but could be worse. At least this is a lifetime part. Remember, you can take this off and wash it, and then just take an air compressor and blow this out, and this filter should last a little while. But the only thing left on here is to put the cover on. Make sure you got your rubber grommet on, and then this thing should be sitting right about here. All right, and there we are, all finished up. Looking good here in the Silverado. Should flow a little bit more air. I still got to buy this other side pipe at some point, but we'll do that when I do the head. I'll get that when I get the head gaskets and turbo coming, and so eventually it'll be nice matching green. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to buy a new hose. I don't think I'm going to buy the fancy green pipe they offer. It is nice to confirm you got excess pressure over here by just squeezing this in the morning, and I do. So future problems, right now it still runs as is, so driving it for a little bit more. But that was this thing, just this cold air intake box from here to here. I think if you don't got the tools ready, good place to work, nobody's bothering you, you know, probably under 2 hours, maybe even under an hour if you've done it more than once. So but yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more LML videos.